Saudi hosted summit condemns Israel as Iran leader pays rare visit. Iranian President Abraham Raisi left shakes hands with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It's the first time Raisi has met the powerful Saudi Crown Prince. CNN Arab and Muslim leaders decries Israeli war crimes in Gaza at the summit in Riyadh where Iranian President Abraham Raisi met Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in the first public meeting. The extraordinary summit, which gathered 57 leaders, demanded that the UN Security Council take a decisive and binding decision to impose the cessation of aggression with the fighting deep in Gaza underway between Israel and Hamas. We condemn the Israeli aggression against the Gaza Strip, the war crimes and the barbaric, brutal and inhumane massacres committed by the colonial occupation government against the Palestinian people, including in the occupied West Bank and East Jerusalem. We demand it to be stopped immediately, the final resolution said. The summit rejected the characterization of this war of revenge as one of self-defense and demanded the entry of humanitarian aid convoys. The protection from cycles of violence and wars will not be achieved without ending the Israeli occupation. We hold Israel, the occupying power, responsible for the continuation and aggravation of the conflict as a result of its aggression against human rights. The resolution added. Israel launches its offensive after surprise cross-border attacks by Hamas left 1,200 people dead and took hostages. The summit marks the first trip by the Iranian leader to Saudi Arabia in 11 years after the two countries restored diplomatic relations in March. Raisi shook the hands with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, called MBS the hail in the Saudi throne and the country's de facto ruler. Iran is the principal backer of Lebanese armed group Hezbollah, which has been engaged in daily crossfire with Israeli forces on Israel's northern border with Lebanon. It took back Yemen's Houthi rebels who have been firing missiles towards Israel and maintains strong ties with Hamas. Speaking at the summit, Raisi said that all attendees had gathered there on behalf of the Islamic world to save the Palestinians. We have gathered here today to discuss the focus of the Islamic world, which is the Palestinian cause, where we've been witnessing the worst crimes in history. Today is the historic day in the heroic defense and support of Al-Aqsa Mosque, he added. In his opening remarks, the MBS said the kingdom categorically rejects the war to which Palestinians are being subjected. The summit is being held under exceptional and painful circumstances, he said. We categorically rejected this brutal war that our brothers and sisters are being subjected to in Palestine. We renew our demand for the immediate cessation of military operations. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas said the US bears the responsibility for the absence of the political solution as it has the most influence on Israel. Syria leader also attends. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad also attended the summit, a further sign of Syria's rehabilitation among Arab states following his participation at the regional meeting in May. In his remarks, Assad criticized the normalization agreement between Arab countries and Israel. More hands extended by us equals more massacres against us. What we have to do to help Palestine is use actual political tools, not rhetoric tools. And that, firstly, is stopping any political process with the Zionist entity, he said. The remarks by Assad, who is also accused of committing war crimes during his country's civil war, may have been swiped against the normalization talks between Saudi Arabia and Israel. That dialogue, brokered chiefly by the US, was at the advanced stage when it was scuttled by the eruption of the Hamas-Israel war. Qatar head of state Amir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani also criticized the international community for failing to stop war crimes and massacres in Gaza. We wonder how long will the international community continue to treat Israel as if it is above international law, and how long will it be condemned to float to all international laws in each brutal, never-ending war and the country's indigenous populations that are tiny. The gas-rich countries has brokered indirectly negotiations between Hamas and Israel over the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas, humanitarian aid into the besieged Gaza Strip, as well as a possible ceasefire.